It is 6:50 a.m. and I just could not stand being in that room with my dad snoring constantly. Like, he is just, I could not fall back asleep. Yeah, I had a weird dream last night too, where my cats were here and they were like, we didn't bring a litter box for the cats, so they were just like pissing and shitting on the floor, and it was not a good time. This is what it looks like outside. Well, since I'm here alone, let me explain the dreams. First of all, this is pretty accurate in my dreams. Like this right here, pretty accurate. Second of all, everything from here to there, also pretty accurate. It's probably a further walk from like where the cars are to here in them, but yeah, other than that, pretty good. Over here fluctuates to varying degrees, but still, I mean, it's got the general idea. Big differences back here in my dreams. Like that corner goes back super far, and there's always like bears just chilling in it. And then back here, the stretch of land normally goes back further too, but I normally don't come back here in the dreams. And then there's the woods. Of course, you know, normally in the dreams there's leaves and stuff. And then, normally about the point where there's that tree, normally it's just like a sheer drop off, which to be fair, there's a pretty big drop off. Like it slopes down real hard. I'm talking like cliff or something. And then after that, it's just like a fucking like Amazon rainforest or something. There's all sorts of scary creatures in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk all the way down there because that would be way too far of a walk. But like, normally the base of this hill, which I showed before, normally it's like really far down, and like this up here is like a mountain, like it's exaggerated in height to get up here. And normally, like at the normally in dreams where like I show up at the base of the hill, it's normal day, like going up the hill. It's just like complete darkness. Oh no. I knocked this little thing over. Yeah. And I think funnily enough, this is probably the most time I spent out here just on my own. You know, since I was super young. But like it's cold out. It's... You can see all the way through the trees. It's like a perfect scenario. God, the battery in my camera needs to be charged, but I'll charge that later because I have a second one. It's like whenever I was a kid, we used to come down here like all the time, like super regularly. So we would come down here during like the colder months. The last few times I came down here were in the summer, as I mentioned before. And the summer is miserable, but this is nice. There's like some feeling of nostalgia here, or something, I guess, which makes sense. That window is like right next to where I slept. Like the head of my bed was right there at that window. Cause then there's the bathroom window. Yeah, I hope the camera hears that, cause that's like the train. You hear that, it's like a thing. You sit out on the porch and then you listen to the trains going brrr. Cannot imagine sitting out here like this is good for this office chair's health. But what do I know? I guess something else nice about it being cold is that the snakes and the bugs aren't out yet. There's like tons of venomous snakes that show up in this yard. I've personally never seen at least a live one. Because my grandma will like kill them. I think she showed me a dead one. I'm pretty sure that's my great uncle's house over there. But yeah, then during the summer the bugs are miserable. I mentioned yesterday about a tin man. There was like a little man there made out of a bunch of tin cans, and he would like, wasps would live inside of him. It was miserable. I mean, there's still tons of wasps that get up there, and it's like not fun sitting there. I'm hoping it rains while I'm here because there's the tin roof. It's super satisfying sitting out there while it rains. Oh, ooh, right here where I'm pointing the camera. There used to be a swimming pool here. There used to be like, I don't know, sand or something that was like entirely around it. But it eventually got reclaimed to nature. But I do remember one thing. Whenever I was super young, my cousins and I, we all dug a giant ass hole here. Super deep. Probably around here where I'm standing or something, I don't know. But it was in this area. And like, I mean, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can see looking at it where like the terrain kind of it like dips a little, and it's just a bit different where everything was here at one point. Of course, we dug the hole after the swimming pool was taken away, but you know, that's beside the point. I'm pretty sure that driveway they're technically not supposed to park in or something, because I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go to that tower or whatever. The people who work at the tower, like, use that area. I don't know. My dad's stuff is, parked over there. As a kid, I would sometimes be so scared when it was dark that I would force whoever was driving to, like, literally drop me off right there. Over here was briefly touched on yesterday. There's a lot of animals buried here. That's where my mom and dad's old cat Sniffles is. I don't know if it still says on there or not, but I think it at one point it said like Sniffles and then his birth and death years. Whiskers, my mom's cat that she had when I was a child, who died in 2006, which was the same year I got my cat Tom. But she's like around here. One of my distinct childhood memories actually is standing like right there and watching my dad dig a hole to put the cat in. I also feel like I need a shower, but I, get super nervous about using other people's showers and bathrooms in general, so I probably will tonight, because tonight I'll probably be feeling extra grody. But right now I will survive without. Big stick. Yeah, I'm just gonna go sit on the porch for now. I don't think I'm going back to sleep. And I'm hesitant to talk whenever I'm right there, because my grandma just fell asleep on like her chair in the living room. I am going to sue God for putting the sun right there. I was just vibing until the sun came over the top of that building. I can't see.
Like every year or every other year, one or two people would come up here, and for some reason they would get ran over by the train here.
It's coming. See that over there? This is like how the houses were, like the coal mining camp stuff. I can move something. I want to paint things out here.
like the coal mine. They built it back up like the coal mining town over here. I don't think anybody lives in there. That's just like there for historical purposes, like how the people where you well the lodging. It says lodging. You may be able to rent them, but I don't know when. I don't know if it's open or what. Oh, they've got it closed, blocked. Let's see if it says anything here. I haven't like been all around down in there, but I'm coming that gate's open, and you can go on down around through there, and there's like a big building. There's like a wooden sidewalk and a barber shop and everything. I don't know why they don't have it open.
Maybe they only have it open certain times of the year, or...
Yeah, it looks trashy in there. That may be the case. So I wanted to go down in there whenever it was open because they had like a barber shop and stuff and things. I'll have to try to find out if they open it up and come down here. Because I wanted to come down here and stay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's a restaurant over there and stuff. And just hang out. Like where the coal was. See, there's the bookstore. They don't have everything opened up just yet. I think it's gotten to where a lot of people don't come down here. That train, they can't. I don't know. It's a park. How many people it takes to do it all? But up there's that. Up there's some things. There's picnic areas. There's supposed to be a restaurant down here. Someplace to buy food too. A concession area. We'll get out here and walk around and check it out. Trail there, the blue heron loop. I guess it may go around all the stuff. I don't know. Let's walk. Can we get up on this thing down here? Or do we need to be up there to get on it?
It looks like there's steps on the other side of it.
Yeah, they can get up there to see what's up there. And over here too. White slavery, they got the children working here. There's the little red schoolhouse. Few children finished 8th grade. Some went on until they were old enough to leave school or work or marry. They were married by the time they were in 8th grade.
So like age
6th
14?
grade, 12. Married at the age of 12, working in the mines. Now, if they left and went out to high school in Whitley, they had 5 in the morning to 5 in the evening. Eddie Lou Davis, admission to the high school, 1949. great grandmother's born somewhere back over in here. It's right down here with that little stovepipe. I'm see, look, there'd be a school down it. I can go to the schools up there. It's in the red school.
Oh.
Stove. You see that in here?
No, actually, hold on, just a second. If I put it back in here,
I guess it's an old style, like tiny pot-bellied stove.
you can see in there. And then,
What does it look like in there?
we'll take a look.
Oh, it's just there, yeah. Wood ash chip on it. You see, like they got the little. So there's the concession stand. They used to have this thing up and running. I guess Barstow used to have live music over there or something. I don't know what's going on, what's happened.
I mean, it is also just the chance that it is literally April and like 45 degrees out.
Well, I want to find out. I've always wanted to stay over there. I knew they had a place to stay, but I went over there. I just drove down in there, and there's a couple of cars, like people working. I seen the barber shop here, and it looked like this stuff and a thing like a general store. Had like wooden sidewalks up there, and there's all that stuff over in there, but I didn't know if I could get out. I wouldn't want to. Hey, what are you doing in here? Because like I said, there's like a gate there. That's the concession stand. I don't think there's any point walking up there. Not gonna get any refreshments. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, because whenever you see this, there's that little thing, and that path goes back there about a half a mile or so to like a sandy patch, and the jumps are there. Now up on the hill, there's a place to turn, and there's an overlook up there that looks over the jumps. But to be dropped out down here at like 10, 11 in the morning, and you're here till 6 o'clock, I just don't know what you're really going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of time. I mean, there is stuff to do, but it just seems like you would get to the point to where you were finished. Or I think I would be finished. Up there is that thing. Look at that.
The bridge.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess a train could go across through there, or the coal cars come out from there somehow.
Well, I mean, it looks like a bridge because it goes over the river.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just saying. See, but see up here, I don't know if that's high enough for the train to be in. You know what I'm saying? Because somehow the coal came out up into here, and they loaded the cars in here. And they had them one things they did. I think they had a little thing. That maybe it goes over into the mine. I don't know. This is the church.
Yeah, church.
Real church house. Who at my door is standing. You see, lots of these people, their families still live around here. Like Slavens live around here. I mean, the Ledbetters, Rosses live around here. These are just people that's kept pictures. All kinds of people lived around here, live around here, but these are just people that probably had photos and donated. The suck-ups trying to help the park. Do you have anything to say to the world?
Hi, I exist. Goodbye.
Yeah, I guess we could walk up here and walk this way. We'll walk through the parking lot, or do you want to walk through the parking lot?
Oh, we can walk up there.
There's a whole 200 people here. I'm addicted. I forgot to get cigarettes. I'll go over and grab and get a cigarette butt can. Let's get up. What do you think? It seems like it would walk along up through there by that somehow. Because the underneath is where, see, I think that came from the mine in a smaller cart.
Yeah, they probably did.
And it dropped down into the coal.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Here's a map, you want to check it out? Let me tell us something about it. Okay, here's where we are. Boat launch and river trail to Devil's Jump. That's that trail over there, and there's the boat ramp. So that would be 15 and 16 is where we were at. You can't see it. 10 is way up there. Entertainment, courtship, marriage, and family. Number 9. Moving, bathhouse. Company store is 6. Wow, it wasn't very big, huh? Can't see them because they want to put this up here. I guess you're allowed to trap down in here. The tourists really care about the trapping season. Permits. User fees for Big South Fork National adults. Pool fees, children. I know where the pool is. Well, it must have been a long time ago. You rent the pool for an hour for $25 after 5 p.m. 25 people. Campground facilities on non-campers. Dump station showers. Permits. Backcountry camping permits. Jesus Christ, 24 people camping. Pond permits. $5 passes. No. Walk up here and see.
You have fun running up those stairs. I'm not.
As far as that goes. Bit more mountainous over here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd think mountain if we had to walk out of here. So I know me and your Uncle Jimmy we went fishing and how that steep over there. We had about a half a mile. We thought, oh, we'll go down here to the water thing, treatment plant at the falls. And we couldn't, and we parked up there by where the square dances used to be. We walked down there. It was all fine going down there. But when we come back in, it's like 5 or 6 times. Big old steep driveway down in there. Well, I started to come down here. One time with somebody, there's people everywhere. The flowers are starting to come out. Powder Magazine, the Blue Heron Trail. I don't know what goes like that way. Like you're slippery. When someone's walked down through there and those pieces of wood, they've hold on, let's see if we can walk on this bridge. I'll walk out here on this thing if we can. I think that just takes us right back down there to the parking lot. Well, it'll take us down to where the coal bar is. What's this thing? The sand house. Sand house was actually a hopper for storing fine sand. The sand was used on the rails of the tram tracks to provide locomotive traction on steep inclines. Must not have needed a lot of it, huh? They kept their fine sand. It's like a dungeon.
Yeah.
There's a room over here. I don't see how you get into it. You see that? See how there's like a window up there? There's a way to get over onto the other side somehow. There's a door over here or what? What's going on?
Well, there's nothing over here.
Interloop 6.4 mile. Cracks in the rocks. 0.5 mile. Trailhead. You want to go for a 6 mile?
I don't know about that.
We'll have to go. We'll go for a 6 mile hike somewhere else. I think. I don't know if I can survive 6 miles. Ooh, look at that over there.
Oh, yeah.
That looks like it goes back underneath the ground. Let's walk over here on there and see what's out here. What's over there.
Looks like there's people down here.
Huh?
I said, looks like there's people down here.
It'll be alright. No horses.
Guess I'm gonna have to go put my pocket horse in the car.
This is U.S. government property.
Yeah, it has another one of those signs somewhere else.
What if I take my pocket knife out and go? They should have a bicycle out here. No horses allowed.
A bicycle is just a non-sentient horse, though.
There's the door to nowhere, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to walk out that door.
Looks like they must have a way for you to possibly get out there again. There's a floor.
No, it's just the room you don't want to go into.
There's obviously someone used to stand here, you know what I'm saying? That's what it looks like how it was, because this is a door frame.
Yeah.
And this is a window. Like there would be someone in there.
I could just drop my camera right through here if I really wanted
The
to.
government was cheap. They didn't want to pay to put boards on the floor. told you should let me get your fishing license. Let's go fishing. Perfect. Condition. Where you go? Nice and cool. Some more.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello. Hi.
Howdy.
Het is best gratis, dus je kan gewoon overal borden, reclameborden zetten. Doe je gratis festival.
Look how nice it looks. There's been a lot of rain this year. There's been rain, not as much as there's normally. I don't know about here, but I've been to it's Cumberland Falls in April. Sometimes I go down there and it's gushing water everywhere. You come down here and it's all nice and clear. idea this was even here. That been for you, I may not have ever known this was here. I can personally walk across this and fish over here on this side of the river if we wanted to. Trail. Now this trail right here, the trail that supposedly runs like all the way across America, or a big bunch of America, the Sheltowee Trace Trail. Now it says 7.4 miles. Yamacraw is 8.8 miles. There is a bridge. Nancy Grave School site. There is a bridge that we leave here. I'll take you to the bridge and show you the bridge at Yamacraw. So I don't want to walk 8.8 miles. But I never knew it was that far. So it is possible, son. Yeah. Now we can come here and we can bring the little tent and fishing poles and we can start walking that way and go for 8.8 miles. Because as long as we follow this river, no matter what happens, whether we lose the path or whatever, there's a bridge down there I can find 8.8 miles away, and we can practice your survival skills.
I don't think I will ever need those survival skills. At least I certainly hope not.
Water's ran up through there, or somebody or something's walked. See?
Oh yeah.
Looks like some others come right there. That trees fell down. It's crawled right up there somehow.
Well, I mean, water probably runs down from up there, and you know.
Yeah, but it almost looks right here. Though. See how it's walked? See how this is? It almost looks like something has walked on it and beat it down. See how there's like a trail smushed in it, kinda? Goes like right up to that green stuff that goes right around it up there. So we need to do this. This is right here's our trail. Because I know where we're at. I know we're here. And that Sheltowee Trace Trail is up there. There's a marker up there by the bridge, the train bridge at Yamacraw. And Yamacraw is 8.8 miles. So if we can walk 1 mile an hour, which they say the average person walks like 2 miles an hour, I think. If we can walk 1 mile an hour, we can do that from daylight till dark. And we could stop along the way and camp somewhere. And it'd be like walk from here to there, camp, and then come out the next day. What do you think?
I don't know how I feel about that.
There's Leadbetter Trailhead. I don't know where it is. Oil well up there. That's a good place to catch fish. 8.8 miles. Talby overlooking 1 miles, not a loop trail. Well, if Leadbetter is or not, there's no way to cross back across there.
Well, I don't see too much business happening here these days.
Shopbuilding is a very terminal for motor locomotives and tram cars. Tram cars, I guess, is what used to come across there. Well, I mean, to tell you, where's the shop at, man?
Exactly.
Like low budget stuff here.
I mean, if you try hard enough, you can stand out on one of those beams, but I'm gonna stand here and watch you go do that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I guess that right there is some piece of the original stuff there, that metal coming out of the ground, maybe.
Come on, I gotta get my 15 minutes of fame.
I wonder if they took the flooring out of all that over there.
Probably. You know,
I think they
idiot
just built
falls
this
to
for
his
looks
death
or
trying to
something.
walk on green beam.
Walk the beam. This thing here feeds the coal out, and see that's what the coal came on and came out of the mine. Yeah, wow.
This light is not helping at all. I don't even need it to.
Somewhere a person sits on this too, in this day, I don't know. It's dark and scary.
Yeah, I don't like this.
The ceiling bill around there or something. What does it look like in there?
I don't know. Doesn't look like there's much.
There's a thing there.
There's looks like there's just a wall built to, I guess, stop anyone from going back in there. My camera's not focusing, which is.
Was it going to get my flash back?
I mean, I can see kind of fine on my
Yeah,
camera.
here's the track. But see how this is real low?
Yeah.
That's kind of like what they went down in. That's why I was talking about how they laid down on the thing and stuff. I mean, this is higher here and they filled this in. This part here may have been more open. You see how this is shallow and that thing is? That thing right there goes back in there. And there may not be but a foot over your head.
Yeah, that sounds not
Parts of
fun.
the- But it does look like they built a wall there.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a little opening on the right side, it looks like. That's where the demons come and go from.
Well, what kind of goes from there?
The demons,
The
the
demons.
monsters, the whatever lives in here.
Yeah, they balled it up. That's just some piece of machinery like this thing over here or something, these cars. See, I think it would be nice to be able to go back down in there and see if you can walk it.
Yeah, if you could walk it, but I'm not gonna crawl through something.
Nice and safe like this. Well, see, look at this. This is coming out of the rock. Feel that. Well, they put plastic.
Yeah, that is not rock.
I was thinking that was a rock.
No.
Rock. Ooh. See, there's the thing, see that thing right there? That thing right there cuts the coal. That thing like a chainsaw blade, it goes in there and they like, and it somehow bores into it, and they like saw it out, and it comes back around, and it comes up and they get in these things and pull it out. They used to take a pick, you know what I'm saying? Like those arms, they just have to whack it and put it in a little cart and push it out. Well, go down and look at that, or go this way?
Oh, I don't even know what is this way.
I think it takes us back around all the way to the other end of the parking lot. If we
Oh,
went that way, if we can get down, we can come back through all the buildings down there, I guess.
I mean, that is an idea. Hopefully you're correct.
But see, there's a path there that winds around back through all that. Guess we're on this trail and it's going to shoot us up the mountain and we're trapped. You're young, run on ahead up there and see. You can jog now. I'll stay back here. I'm old, you say. I'll be 50 here this year.
I mean, you will.
I'll sit down on this little rock here and rest while you scout here.
You see, I have more of my life ahead of me. I can't be cutting any of my years of it off by doing this overexertion.
Oh, but
See, you're already-
fine.
You're already like
elevate your heart rate here is good for you.
you're already like 2/3 of the way through your life.
You can elevate your heart rate and get some pumping, blood to flow. If a few of these people come through here, if they like a little kid walks over and takes that flower, they can snatch them and say you're destroying the wildlife. If you take the flower, you're not supposed to touch it.
That like thing with those people on it, I thought they were just people watching us for a second.
It's almost get treacherous around through there, huh? Go crawling and go underneath the rock that's not even tall enough for your head.
Oh no.
Blue haired Luke.
I mean, is that up there then, or is that way it?
No, it goes up this way.
I mean, yeah.
And see, there's steps, and somehow you got to go up the mountain up here. Why you want to walk up there?
No.
Oh, it goes up through there, just right along where we've walked. If you go up here by the tree, come right here where I'm at, and you can see.
Okay, well, you come down.
There's a trail. I guess that's that loop up there that we've seen. That's 1.7 miles. See it there?
Oh yeah, there is.
It just comes along the top of this. It walks back around and somehow loops out back there from the parking lot. You can walk it if you want to.
No, I just wanted to look at it. And hopefully not die on my descent.
Well, that one there is short enough for us to do in a day. It's only 1.7 miles. It's easily a couple hours walking there. That's what I'm saying, that place is just right over there. I was wondering, I mean, I can't believe they don't have anything. That's what I'm trying to get a place over there and stay up there and just be in a little town, you know what I'm saying? Just walk around in the woods and stuff and maybe fish them or something. Let me see what's all around. What we got here? But it's nice to just wake up and be right where you're at. That's why we should camp and fish. So if you can wake up and then the next morning you're right there by the river, catch the early morning fish. Looks like a radio or something, entertainment. So they dressed in 1936. Butterboard dresses. 1945. This person, what's this say? All the right, swimming in the Big South Fork River. See, she ain't afraid to get in there. Eating the pie with the girl who made it. The highest bidder pie supper held by the camp school to raise money for things including allowing boys to court a favorite girl by bidding on her home-baked pie. The highest bidder gained the privilege to eat the pie with the girl who made it. Rival boys over here created the competition the auctioneer enjoyed. So I heard up for a pie made by the prettiest or most popular girl will sell for $30 or more. Jesus Christ, back then that's a lot of money.
Yeah, $30 in what, 1930 or 40 or whatever?
Yeah, I mean that may be either a whole paycheck or for the week or more.
I'm gonna look up. US dollar inflation calculator. My phone didn't listen to a word I said.
There may not be
U.S.
very
dollar.
reception
I'll just. Oh yeah, there's no reception here. That makes sense.
Well, I think it would be nice. Well, I remember one time when I was a kid, we went to a place. I was real small. We went to a place and it was about George Washington and stuff. And we walked by and they were like, they had an actual blacksmith.
Yeah.
They had people baking stuff. Like you could buy like jars of preservatives. They were baking pies and stuff and things and cooking food that was like there. And they had little shops. They had a dressmaker. They made dresses there. You could walk in and buy something like this from colonial days, like women dresses and stuff like that. It was cool. It had the whole town functioned. They had stuff. Had a toy maker. All kinds of things. Oh, I'm off to buy one, ain't I?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I was going to that one. All side of this one.
Yeah. Well, let's say we're not gonna learn about marriage.
Where's your parents going? Thought she was the prettiest woman in the world. Wow, courtships, accepted courtship ritual. How you have to ask for the father for permission to marry his daughter. If he says no, you can't. They would declare my daughter makes her own decisions. Mercy. There's a baby in a stroller on the rail train tracks.
That sounds incredibly safe.
mean, it's like they just built something with the roof and said this is like what was here. You see, that's what I'm saying. Back over there in Barthel, that little area over there. See, this stuff is there. You see what I'm saying? There's a barber shop and it's an
Yeah.
actual thing you walk into.
Yeah, they just built like a thing you could stand under.
Yeah, and the description of it, like this is what would have been here in the building. Place to sit down. Moving. Well, they're moving all the time. But this family's gonna sit down, or at least I am. The bad one's book. We use full labor in the summertime. Like they had a work program, and that's probably a lot of this. We built all kinds of stuff around. Before, when I was a little boy, they had a work program in before that. They didn't have it, I don't think, when I was in high school. If they did, they didn't have much going on. Like down at the falls, they built all kind of stuff, paying teenagers like $6, $7 an hour. When I was a little kid. Place. It's overtaking it. You know, like the bathhouse. 2-day wildcat stroke.
It's around there from the
I pushed it and it came on.
shop. I just went on home. I just come out, go up across the mountain and home, take a bath at home, in my wash tub or something. We didn't have no showers or no tubs back then. My bath tub was yeah, it was summertime especially. I'd get the 8-pound lard bucket, push the bottom of it full of holes, and take me some warm water, you know, or have what kind of water it is. Hang that bucket on a limb out there in the woods and take this straw bag.
I used to starch my husband's bank clothes. We call them bank clothes. It's real correct. I used to starch and iron his bank clothes. A lot of the men would wear them until they fell off of it. And then they did get a nice back.
They got this big one, boy, it was nice. We took a wildcat strike, but they promised they would build it. We went back to work just 2 days, I think. We had to pay for it. Oh, they charged us for it. I forget what they charged us today, but they charged us so much for doing that work. But we got we had big long benches in there, and we had chain and a basket and hooks to hang our clothes on. We pulled that up to the ceiling, you see. And we could lock it. Everybody could lock their own clothes up there. And there ain't nobody going up there to get them because it's too far up. And we had a big shower room in there was, possibly 30 foot long. And we just all get in there and take our bath. At the entrance, they had these battery lights to use. And they say don't charge. Just you start in there and you get that man your life. They say don't charge. Next morning, you change clothes, put your dirty clothes on, come out there and you pick up your life. They were very strict about it. Things was kept clean and the sheriff kept clean. And they had a place that you had to put chlorine in every day from when they come out of the sheriff's stuff in. But I never noticed one of the miners ever get that big secret. Well, they were Charlie Davis. He kept the bathhouse clean and to scrub it. You had to keep up with the mine lights and all that stuff like that. So I kept him busy. It had 48 grooves that had to be cleaned out with a long rod. That's
He's talking about a car cold a day in the wintertime, and you had to shovel it out of the car and throw it through a little door to get it into the boiler room. But the boiler had to be cleaned day, every day the fluid through in the boiler, because it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A lot of them would take their old clothes home for the wives to wash, and when they just got there, they just changed. So it's on the floor, shoes, and it was your job to clean them up because that was their privilege.
I guess that's about the worst there was in there, you know, in County Young. I had my fun. I like to have fun. They had one old fellow there, and he was a wonderful man, one of the finest I ever met. But he was a slow-natured fellow, and maybe when he started to change clothes of a morning, he's just like an old slow mule. He just couldn't get started. And if he turned his head, I'd have his overalls tied in a knot before he could get them on. The old fellow reasoned about us in a chair room before he'd never turn the chair on. He just telling somebody some big joke. Old lad comes along, Philip, he was a jolly feller. I just slipped in over the side of him and opened this cold water up on him. Just quite a bit of pressure. And it's cold water time, his kind of water all that time. Old Philip, he hit the wall on the other side. I just almost see him now. On the job, we didn't have a horseplay because everybody must be concerned about the other fellow's welfare and his safety.
I guess that is it. I was surprised this one worked because the other one didn't.
Yeah. I know, he started talking to somebody, walked up there and started talking to us, saying something to us about it. I didn't see it. I just think this was just like something other than a detour to just like walk around and not go up there, wasn't it?
Probably.
Because I don't think there was anything to look at. We'll check it out on the way back. They'd all get in there and stand. I guess they turned the water on. They take their clothes and put them up in hooks up in the ceiling on a chain and raise all their clothes up where they weren't there. And somehow they had something on. They turned on and just water all over them all, standing there naked. Jesus Christ. Tipple.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff here.
Operation. Okay, that building over here, see the building over there?
Yeah.
And there's those little cars come out. They drop it into the hopper. This magnet stick out metal. There's iron, a lot of iron around, probably. It's the gallery circulator conveyor, main shaker. Oversized conveyor gets the bigger rocks that go in there and they crush them. Pieces, big huge pieces of coal. It's usually been packing tables.
Looks like it would get sorted to wherever it needs to go.
That car, Ed car, Guess it's the size of the coal. How big
Yeah,
is a piece of
it
coal?
has different inch markings.
I guess these people sit right here and they picked out stuff that looked bad. And they'd come over here to the refusal. We talk about that stuff. I remember people burn coal. Grandma used to burn coal, big old chunks like this. Like, yeah, almost a big 5-gallon bucket chunk. It must have come from here. And we busted all the stuff up. We looked. Stoking. Carbon. Carbon was composed of coal and mining telly dust. It had almost no commercial value. Stoker was used in domestic self-feeding units. Net and slack. Power steam locomotives today use the fuel and steam powered electrical generation. Nut is also used by utility companies for utility coal. The smaller size of the coal, Stoker nut and slack nut were worth much less. Produce companies which is used coal fed to massive burners. Egg and block coal was used for domestic heating and cooking. And commanded 2 or 3 times the price of small coal. Hand loading of this coal was necessary at a time. More coal was block was also used for domestic coal. The king of heat over here. That's what that little stove over there,
Yeah.
that was a coal stove. Because there's a difference between coal stoves and wood stoves. The coal stove gets, it's like the flue up, the thing that comes up out of the stove and stuff. Coal makes a lot of soot. J.S. Stearns. There's 50,000 acres of regional timberland called the Big Survey. And I'm called mine 19. Jesus Christ, they were fighting over here. A strike caused workers to take refuge in the hotel, which is burned to empty it. They want to strike them in the hotel and they burn it down on them. Prairie County was created in 1912. Coal and wood built in McCreary County. Repairs.
DC folks, but they call me Joseph Castro.
My name is Diane Slavin Crow.
They arrived on 1891. My name is Noah Wright Trammell. Daughter Davis.
My name is Ralph Boyd Davis. My dad is Charles C. Davis. My mother was Joe Dobbs Davis. There was 10 of us children that mother and dad was blessed to raise.
My name is Christine Brady.
Lawrence Eagerloo.
Betty Lou Davis West.
Charlie Davis Ball.
Robert N. Nayers.
My name is Debbie Ledbetter. I was the Brady before I was married.
Brady Ledbetter. Wall. Emma Ledbetter Crow.
My name is Dylan Matthews.
Harvey Boyd.
I'd be Mrs. Jackson Tackle. I was Verdi Waters before I married. John Tackler. Good King.
Jimmy Waters.
Goldman Waters. Simon Waters. Philip Waters. My name is, I signed my name is W.A. Crocker. William Alvin Crocker.
James Theodore Childers. I've always been known around here by Theodore.
Carmel Stanley.
Elmore.
My name is Horace Vaughn.
Sue Vaughn. Bella Wilson.
Interview conducted by the New Orleans Center at Eastern Kentucky University.
Mama, see you want me to look at this? See here says there's a campground. There's a pond somewhere. blood hole.
Yeah. I don't think so.
It's slick too, because it's concrete and it's got like that thin layer of mud, just like somebody can walk into it, just fall. There's bunches of people over you get here all clean and you just right into the mud and you're like the pig pen person. They used to run that when I was little. When I was a teenager, they still had the coal cars running out from down there. All the different conveyors and everything. A lot moved around. I guess somehow there's one people that showed work and crawled up in there and got into their little positions. I bet they had black lung and they had all this stuff shaking, all that dust.
Oh yeah, they probably weren't having a good time later in life.
No, died. Well, you want to walk down that side over there and look at that stuff, or what do you want to do?
I don't know.
It's up to you. Would you, Dad, or you want to walk all the way? You want to walk back into the jumps?
Yeah, we can go look at that.
Yeah, if we walk down to the jumps, we can stop and park up here. And we'll walk down that through this stuff up there and check all over that.
Oh yeah, so then we won't have to walk all the way back this way, then all the way back later.
That is true. If we do this, I thought you might want to change the pace.
Or do we go this way or do we go down there?
No, that just ends at the little ramp down there.
Oh.
Look how narrow it is. You can't put much of a boat in there, and then they blocked it off where you can't get down in there. You can come right here and see it, and I would walk you down there. It seems like the ramp will be over here. The water's kind of swift right here where you first go into the ramp. Well, it really just like to shoot you on down the river. Well, it's 0.5 miles. I just think, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I saw the 5 and I was like, what? No.
You just like go right there, see right there's the edge of the ramp, and then it just like swiftens, like we're just gonna wash you straight on down through there. It just looks like I've really been down here with it that low and really paid any attention to it. Usually it's dark when I start walking out there close to it. But you put your little boat in right there, boy, you better hold on to it.
Yeah, your boat's just gonna sail away without you.
Because if you backed in with a truck and like put your boat in there with the trailer, then you went to go park and it just goes on the way. Just washes away.
Oh, better watch out and not fall down this gap.
Make it a half a mile and back.
We've walked over half a mile.
You think we have?
Yeah, we probably, yeah.
There's coal on the ground. Imagine that. The coal mine. Wow, look at little flowers all over the place up there. Where are they? boat ramp.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you can even really back a. Well, some people used to. I guess some on rocks you can back your little trailer out in there. Just even come right there with inner tubes, and we can just get in them and just take off. The Yammer crawl 8 miles down the way. You put that little boat in there and just take off. I've got a raft. I don't know if it'll fit both of us in there. It says it's a 2-man raft, but I've got a raft that you get in there. So. We built that to walk on, but I just think it's safer to be down here on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, like a lot of these boards are not like very securely on there.
We're kind of look where you step just a little bit and kind of. I'd say it's getting warm. Snakes. There's some snakes back out in here. The only thing that can hurt you out in here is like copperhead rattlesnakes and stuff, getting cobras. But what's down there right here where the muddy spot is, and some of these cobras are destroying the pond. That's the only place I walk on the thing, just right there, because see, this is like muddy for some reason.
Yeah, it's everything else is fine until right there.
Just the water runs off down through there somehow.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Before. I haven't seen any now. This is what we call the bluebill. There's muskies in this river. I don't know if they're great big and huge, but it seems like you can catch muskies and pikes and get a big fish with teeth in them. Star are in here too, but there's muskies. Muskies are brown and large in here. I never caught one. I seen one dead one day. I think it got caught up and turned down the junk. I was down here fishing and it washed by me. It looked like it been eaten to death. a 7-pound bass down here one day. Not right here, it's on up through here. Bomb right fast, like the little ones that you caught from the river, the artificial bait. I caught one of those, but it was like not long. It was amazing. Got maybe halfway there, it might be. Devil in my shoe or something other than this world. There's no place to sit down. You can figure it out. This has already been in there. I've loosened it up. Right here is Canyon Cove. That's what people used to use a long time ago for a fishing pole. You wrap the line around it, and it bends pretty good. That's what they would use for a fishing pole.
I'm just being your documentary crew right now. I'm just walking behind you, recording you while you walk around and talk.
You're my film guy?
It appears so.
And here we have the fallen tree. On the wet fine sand, it's possible if you slip in it. Right there it is. A big rock right there. See these rocks right here? That big rock right there? Right in there is where flathead catfish. It's not very deep. It's only about like 4 or 5 feet deep, if that, out there by that rock. But when the catfish spawn, they come up in there for some reason around that big rock. They're probably all out in there. But you can catch flathead catfish right there. You just walk right down through here, get on these rocks and sit right here and throw out towards the edge of that rock and catch them. Well, never caught any unless it was in May. Go fish in May. All kinds of drum in there too, drum spawn in there too. That's where I brought Princeton to, and we sit there and caught like 60 drum or more in catfish. If they're in there and they're ready to spawn, for some reason right there on that rock, you just catch all kinds of fish. And from there, you can see up here, which I'm pretty sure there's sand up here. I haven't walked farther than there in a long time. You see, as you can see, if you can see down in there, there's like where the rock comes and it like shallows out right there and goes over towards that rock. And there's a hole right out there and you throw right in that little hole for some reason. And the fish just come there. I guess there's a way up underneath that rock. They're trying to get underneath it to make their spawning there. Looking around, feeding. Well, they feed a lot too. Oh, you can see good right here. See right there? See the rock and how follow the rock all the way up into where it goes out into the water, where you can see the rock underneath the water there.
Yeah.
And then see how it looks like there's a big rock or a log that runs from the bank over here all the way up to the rock.
Yeah.
Right there where that ledge is, right up against that thing right there, throw right out there where that ledge is. And that is where you catch them. They go underneath there, I guess, to make their nest. That's one of the best fishing spots I've ever found. Go ahead and film whatever you want to. Always.
Oh, there's a...
Oh, there's, I didn't even notice the cave. That's where you can spend your night tonight, survival night.
Oh, yeah.
You can put some sticks up here and create like a shelter roof. And you can lay right there and build your little fire to keep the monsters out from the little forest creatures.
That goes back somewhere, but I'm not going that deep.
Yeah.
Back past me. You're gonna have to move if you want to get in front of me and go back there.
Well, I'm gonna take you out a little bit, not too far. Just to stick my head around the corner here, you see.
Yeah, don't get stuck in the cave.
Yeah, it gets too skinny back in there.
Here, point the camera down there. Just look on the screen on it and you can see what it's recording.
It goes back right there, then it goes on back in there and it gets real skinny, and I'm not that skinny. And even if I could try to squeeze through, I'm not getting stuck between a rock today. That's one of my fears of not ever going into caves as I have come. Well, this is too tight for me right here to lay. I could be swift any moment, the second for millions of years. And the rock fall and you're filming, you'd be traumatized for life if it happened.
Look, I'd be traumatized for life, but look, a ton of people would have come watch that.
I know, here I am talking to Boone.
That would be how I start my videography career or something. Filming my dad getting crushed between two rocks.
The life of my father.
No, just the death of my father.
No, the life of my father. You can start me out talking right there, but don't show me being squished. And save that for the end.
Oh, so then I just give like an entire retelling of your life and then cut back to that.
You have to find someone to play me up into that point there. So we don't have much footage.
Whenever I went to Chicago a few years ago, my mom and I were walking down some street and like in the distance we saw some guy who at a first glance looked just like you.
Oh, my.
So I just have to go hunt down that guy.
We've got a little bit of me from Christmas. You can show like flashes when you're a little kid, you know, and everything. Christmas there. And shove that in with your other person as you mimic my life. I fished over and caught all kinds of fish, and people fished over here, and they don't catch anything. I don't know, but right in here, I assume it's everywhere. I mean, right out there, there's channels and everywhere, but over there is where I catch the fish. But I've seen them sit over in here and not do anything. I've had people tell me they come over here and fish and don't do anything. I don't think there's any fish in here, except, well, I mean, there are. But I mean the good sized fish. But they spawn. Then they go over there somewhere to a deeper hole. I think there's a deeper hole out in here. There's plenty of rocks for them to spawn. Danger, danger, danger. Huh? You don't step in the mud, so. Look. Oh, it's some grilling hot dogs or something, don't it? You smell that?
Smell what?
It smells like someone's grilling hot dogs or something. Smell it?
I don't think so.
You smell it? Maybe this is the path. That's the V. This is as far as I've ever really went. That's a long place around and this is just yeah. This time like them right there too. You see all them rocks right there when the water's real swift, you come down here in a canoe, you just boom, 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 boom into everything. And then right over there, those rocks are and stuff is so dangerous to come down like a kayak and a boat. It doesn't look real rapidly today. People who kayak and do stuff like that, you get in the water, you know, with real swift and hard. It's just going to flow. Yeah, I think we can get a good book right here. This one. Maybe. Let's get the trees. We can see that here. Oh, let's see if I can get you down.
I don't know if I can make it down through this.
May have to go on the other side of the rocks. You see right here, there's this rock, there's that rock. Up there, you can't see it through this. I wonder if we can get over here on this big rock. We can get on this big rock. Right up here. Right up here in front of me, and climb up on that.
Like what? Oh, that? Okay.
Well, I'll move on the arm boards. It'll be easier for you. Right here. And right here, you'll see the so dangerous. And step back over this way. You won't knock me over the mountain here. I don't want to be smushed on the rocks. Right here, and you step right up there. See right there?
Yeah.
If they come down through there, there's only that side of that rock, and that side of that rock over there. Golly knows how many people come down this river and died right there. I would love to have a fishbowl and try to fish right there. Just throw out there a few times to see if there's anything in there. It's probably a great place to fish because stuff
Can you
wants.
hold this? I don't care what you think. I'm just getting a drink. I was gonna set it on the rock, but I don't want it to like slide down into the river or something.
Right there it is, that big rock right there in the center. And you can't really see it, but you come around, you have to come down either side. A boat, like a little aluminum boat or something other, you just smash into everything. And the water's kind of down and slow. If it's up, just think if the water was 5 feet higher, it would just be gushing. And right here in front of us, it would just be straight on down here, and then it just throws you right into all this stuff down here. But they say that right there, I'm not a kayaker or anything, but they say that right there is almost impassable, and no one can go through that, you know, the water's right. And sometimes a place like that where it's real swift, you can throw like an artificial bait and a worm or something around in that swift water. See how it's kind of like deep and stuff, and it'll wash down through there and you'll catch fish. I wouldn't fish here all day if I wasn't throwing out there and catching anything, but it's a good spot to just like throw it out. That is it. I guess up there is the lookout.
Like that. Oh.
See that like wall up there, like a billboard?
Yeah.
That's where that road up there, on up through there. I think that's where it goes, and you can walk out and look out over it. Sit down for a few minutes and just look at it.
I mean, I'll stand here and look at it. I don't know if I want to try to get down any like this. See, water is scary. And this thing wants my hair.
You called it in the fall. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Other days, I guess it looks more impressive, but they say that is one of the most dangerous, like class whatever 5, like a tornado or something, other rapids. That's it. Right there.
Yeah.
You might go have a kayak today. I don't know. I mean, someone's skilled. I don't know what. I can't see the other side over there. Because that's could be deceiving. That water looks like it's going like 5-10 miles an hour. It may be 45 miles an hour.
I don't know. I don't think you'd catch me in that water under any circumstances, unless I'm already dead and you're just parading me down the river.
Like in February or March or something other. The water sometimes is up higher than this. It's pretty low for now. The water's right here.
Oh, right where we're standing.
Also, too, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because there's these rocks right here and stuff. The water.
Oh yeah.
It'll come up in here.
Ugh.
You'll see that tree right there has been being washed away in the water there. It's just rooted and holding on. As you look back where the trees get taller, the taller trees are, that's probably where them pine trees are, is where the water never comes. These little tiny trees. I mean, it may not go up there this year, 5 years from now, it may wash all the way up into those pine trees. And
Okay, I want to try to get back some.
just walk right back over here.
Back onto that rock.
Yep.
Whoa.
Bring this way, son.
Oh, that way?
Yep, that's what you're trying to do is get out. I
Oh.
thought you were trying to sit down there somehow. Alright guys, we're gonna go cross in the wilderness.
Oh no. We're gonna die.
I don't know what to do, I've lost the path.
It's that way somewhere.
Yeah. There you go. Continue on. Go back. What are you going to do?
I mean, I think I'm good to go back.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what it is. And it's 1.7 miles to the next. Well, 1.2 more miles to the next thing. Down here. right here because this is all pretty shallow. If you look at it on the maps, you look at it on Google Maps, it's all shallow. Right there is the best place to set the fish. Where your Uncle Jimmy likes to sit. Or possibly right there. I think it's right there. Yeah, that's the big rock. You throw out in there and you keep the water out in there. But I like to sit on this rock over here. This rock over here is where you can catch bass at. It's just a little lower. First skin kind of like stumbling around over through there. I like to start on that rock right there and throw my artificial lure out there. Around where that dirt is there. There used to be more dirt out there in front of that rock that's washing away. And grass, there's a better weed bed. You walk down through there and catch bass. Where I was wanting to come. Right over there. I like this spot right over here. It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, I can see it.
Sometimes there's a bunch of birds here in the summertime out there on these rocks. Nothing harder than something. There's the bird. I thought it went away. See him flying up through there. Like a rock comes. Used to be a way to pull off over there. You know, park over there where the people can walk over there now pretty much, but that's good there fish. I've never caught any fish. He's up there. Underneath around that bridge. That rock, I've caught a couple of fish off that rock over there. Usually if I catch fish, they're right here, because this isn't very deep water. There's all the big rocks like that out in there. Plus the pour-overs over there, I think they all wash over the falls. They get right here. At some point in time in their life when they swim down there and go over. End up down there in the bottom part of the river.
Maybe.
Up there, it's right here. We'll walk on this big gravel. Up there on the bridge one day I came and it was January. And I sat right there. That little patch of dirt there coming up from the bridge, and the water was kind of up. I caught 29 catfish. They weren't very big, but I caught 29 catfish. Just came down here and threw a little tiny piece of liver in there. I had a thing of liver all day long. I took a little big piece of liver about like that and threw out there and started catching little catfish from right through the river. Down there?
Sure.
Waiting for me to see if I fall on the loose rock.
I'd rather you go first than me.
And the elderly first, huh? You can go around and get me. It used to be nicer. I guess it may have washed away if they hadn't put it in there. This ground was used to be a nice little grass, like a little slope, and you could walk down it. Someone can come and get that for their yard, you know, that likes big roots and stumps. Carry it away. There's some nice ones over here one time. Come and got them and carried them away. It's got iron in it. You take that and crush it and see if we can melt it and make us a sword. Let's go. I know that everywhere in the world, but here that will burn. You get a fire going and you don't have wood. And this stuff's laying around. Those pieces of coal that's got in the river. Damn, there's black rock there. And past the mill here. Give yourself a place. And stick with this rock. Stick right there. catch over a 4 or 5 pound fish in here. I like to fish right here. I fished it probably 50, 100 times. I just like the spot. Ooh, I wonder if that's deep, and it looks like some of it's washed out. It just changes every year. Out in there, see out in there?
Yeah.
It shallower. It used to be deeper years ago. That's changed a lot, but right there, see that pole in the water?
Yeah.
That whole water right out there wasn't that deep before last year. Well, we can either A, continue to walk down the bank, B, walk back to the car, or C, walk right up that little road right there, and then we can walk along the sidewalk all the way down to the park.
How far would that be?
Maybe a football field and a half to the gift shop.
Okay.
Well, maybe let's go up. I mean, if you want to walk that way, we can.
Yeah, we can
There's
go
a
up.
possibility because sometimes there are steps that go down, and sometimes they lock them for some reason. And when you walk down through there, you can't get up. I just realized that. Here's a good picnic table too. It's right there where you can walk down there and meet the bridge. Like right here, this one right here, it doesn't have a thing on it. When we get up here to the next one, you'll see they've got like a gate on the down here is normal. Normally in the springtime, more people come to see it when it's flooded, I guess. They want to see it when it's flooded and muddy. Well, it's kind of later in the afternoon. But they'll come down here and this thing will be up, the water will be almost up to here, and it'll just be mud just gushing over it. Over there, you can get over there. There's that building over there. Right over there, there's a way to go down over there. Where those people park at over there, you can walk down. There's like a little road and see that rock there where the water looks like you can't get over to that little building.
Yeah.
You can get right over there on the edge of that. It's all nice and flat over in there. I've never caught a fish over there. Your Uncle Jimmy says he's fished over there. He's caught one or two. He's camped over there. That's a nice little spot over there just to be on the river bank. You just walk right down that little thing and just be right there. I fished over there. It was too cold. The water was too cold. Got it lost. That's the thing that tells how deep the water is what that is over there. Somewhere over here there's a thing in the ground. And then that thing over there has a thing that goes on up to like 11 feet. Is that a little bird out there?
Oh, where?
See out
Oh,
there?
yeah.
There's something floating out there. You can zoom in on him, can't you?
Yeah, but it's like super unsteady. I gotta re-find them.
There's two of them.
Yeah, there are two. But like they're so far away that like any.
Zooming in, you can't really tell, huh?
Well, no, you can see them. It's just that like looking back at this like
yeah,
recording, it's going to like be super shaky. Cause like any.
Looks like baby geese, maybe.
Yeah, cause like any movement I do is, you know.
Yeah, you're not the official cameraman. You gotta get steady your hands, huh? This thing here doesn't help with your elbow.
No, I have a tripod somewhere at my house, but you know I didn't feel the need to lug a tripod around.
There was a point in the movie where the people get scared. Why is the water starting to move so fast? looks like something. This looks like a top to a potty maybe for a child.
Oh, that like green thing?
Yeah, I don't know if it's plastic or it's styrofoam, like something other triangular was sitting in it. It was in a box, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's that white stuff on that tree. Let's get in there and get it and we'll see what it is. We'll go back and research it on the internet. Or see
Oh, yeah.
it's that type of fungus spore. There's a lot of them in deep pockets of water out there. Like little potholes. There's some bigger potholes out in there near the, I guess in the early summer after the fish breed and stuff, you come down there sometimes, there's just millions of little tiny catfish in those holes. Somehow I guess they're washing over the pour over or something, or they end up down in here and there's the potholes. I don't know if there's a bird or a rock out there on that rock, straight up. There it is, see it? You see that little bit of white water over there where it stops over there. It's a rock over there, that's where it starts. fell in some like they're in the middle. Probably about from like right here straight across over the little rock. I once fell in. Like a little boy. They might fall in for 1,000 years, I don't know. But eventually it will just gradually fall in and falls and move up back past the park. Let's move the park. What's it like this right here? Fish everywhere. All kinds of fish. More like an observation. Off that rock right there before. I think I underneath this rock right here was standing on. I've been down the boat there just forever. There's a bay over there where they park out over there. There's some boats over there. There's one all the way up across the top of that mountain along the river. And when you come up down there, as far as you can see down through there, there's a falls on the other side of the river. It's a small one, but there's even falls over there. That's what that trail's for. You can walk through. I think the evening time, well, it's springtime, and I think the evening time with early morning time is come down here like it's going to be good. Look. I'm coming anytime very good. Down there I caught a carp as long as my leg, and it was like this big around. It was so big I couldn't carry it out of there. There used to be an old boat down there and I had it tied to the old boat, and I tried to carry it out and I couldn't, just to show people. And it let me go. water goes down sometimes because it's really dense stuff. If you was underneath a rock like this, they said you could see the claw marks on the bottom of the rock where they went in there and tried to use flashlights and stuff to dive underneath the water. They looked out the bottom of the claw marks on the rock. That rock, the rocks on that in there.
Yeah.
But they stand underneath there, the water gets in the rise. There's Harlem. Right there still. See, it's all sitting right there, but it's kind of like built up, like slide in a place you might be able to go back underneath it. Supposedly there's a ledge back underneath of it. I don't know. My aunt said, my uncle said, my aunt said she's been in there. There's a way to go over there and go around. You can like hug the cliff, and there's a little bit of path, and you can get back up and underneath there. There's a way to stand underneath of it. There's a big cave right in there. There's just like a hollow out. There, yeah, probably something like this. Security girl who lives over behind that rock. Bring my grandbabies with me. Where you're supposed to know how many cubic feet you multiply by 7.5.
Well, it says right here how many cubic feet per second. It says right here how many cubic feet per second. CFS.
Yeah, the Cumberland River flows, it's ranged from 4 cubic feet per second. That means almost virtually no water was coming over, to a record high of 59,600.
Yeah. And then those are what you multiply by 7.5.
Well, I mean, that's just the average flow. Today may not have the average flow, but
you can't get you're not gonna know the exact. But
well, I mean, you just take the 0.5 off and throw away the 217 and randomly 21,000 gallons come over there, and then you got the 0.5 and a little bit more added to it.
Yeah.
About maybe 22 and a half, 23, 24,000 gallons come over. Right there's the bed.
Oh yeah, just crawl right on in there, take a nap.
And then build a little fire out here. I wonder if that up there will ever fall down like right here. Bam. You want to continue down to the beach or what?
Oh, we can.
Huh?
Oh, we can.
We've taken pictures with your grandmother right there before.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I get in the way for it. Yeah. find someone dumb enough to stand here and down and land on that rock over there? What do you think?
I don't think so.
Have you ever seen Rambo?
No.
He jumps off the cliff into the tops of the pine tree. They're like 100 feet below him, and they like bones break. They break his fall open and lives in one step. So that's what makes me think of it every time I see that tree right there. Rambo. And then there's the beach.
Yeah.
Right there by that rock. See right here? There's these rocks in the water. When you see them, there's that one right there. Yeah. That's where I catch fish at sometimes. I call like 3-4 pound, 3.5-4 pound blue trout there. Last time I fished down there in Oakville. I caught some of those sturgeons right there too. See that sandbar out there? I don't know if you can see it, but there's sand out there. So way out there by that sandbar. And I was catching sturgeons out in there. I guess they come up here in the spring and breed. I don't know what they were doing up here in that shallow water myself.
Yeah, we can go down.
Hope they brought them a flashlight, because if they go up there too far, they don't realize and turn around. I'm pretty sure that trail goes up into that other trail, and then it goes way on down through there, and there's like 150 steep steps, and they'll be lost, and they'll be surviving there with this. Because I don't think that trail will come down there on the beach. Nice enough come across it. Remember how those people up on that steep area? And we come back around that one little way there, and they're up above us. They might be way down over there. There used to be way down. Always like that way. Oh, they made it better, thank God. Get away with this little narrow wooden sanded steps. And make you think you're going to get a step and you'll fall off of them and slide off of you. It used to go down through there and they just like sloped out and the rock, the concrete stopped and you just step down like a step right onto the sand. They've done away with that crappy wooden stuff that was there.
Oh yeah, this is a lot nicer.
Yeah, the one stuff like we weren't very high steps and they weren't very wide and they slanted in an angle. I always thought I was going to fall every time I came down here from this wet. I was just going to slip down. That bench is gone. There was a tree that run the length of those rocks over there I would sit on over there. It's gone. Well, right there's a pretty good place to fish over there. Right up by that rock in front of it like this. I've got fish down in here too. That's not this way. I don't trust this. Everything's gonna step down into the dirty water and step down into the ground. Good fishing right there. See the little stick. Little focus stick. I see over there is covered by the rocks. I wonder what this is sticking on the wall. It's not very deep at all. You just have to watch over there by them rocks where the water's kind of swift. It undertows. You can throw like a 1 or 2 ounce sinker out here, and the current will come around those rocks and it'll whip and it'll draw it back over into those rocks. There's an undertow over there that'll pull you in. They used to let people swim here. They won't anymore.
Oh.
Was it some sort of drainage? Somehow they catch the mountain stream or something so it doesn't wash everybody away? Wash the road off. You see if there's water coming out. If you're going around through there, you can see it. The big trail that goes around up through there. Then over there, the falls, and right there, where it comes in there. Unless you want to try to go through all that brush there. And,
Nah, I'm not. I don't want to climb that again.
It's getting kind of dark. We need to turn back, I guess.
Yeah.
We can stay here a minute if you want.
Nah, I don't like the dark. I'd rather get back. If there's a face,
Is that so fine up there?
I guess.
Be a drawing of someone or something?
I don't know.
I brought you down here with nothing to drink too, haven't I?
Yeah, I wasn't planning on coming all the way down here, so I, like, without getting back in the car, so I didn't bring a drink. No, I don't need any. My tone will completely change in 2 minutes whenever I'm going up the stairs, though.
Back out this way.
Oh, yeah. Cherry Coke. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, please. You keep that too, just put it in the pocket.
I really don't want it.
because I think you will it to you as your inheritance.
Oh, that's good.
See, it is if you're thirsty.
Yeah.
We started out and walked all the way around. Where'd you put your glasses on?
What?
Put your glasses on earlier? You didn't have your glasses on, did you?
I've had my glasses on this entire time.
Or have you?
I am basically blind without them.
At grandmother's house, did you have them on?
Yes.
I thought I seen something.
I can't even see your face from this distance without them, so of course I have them on. Like, I would have to hold the camera up to my face and just look through the lens the entire way if I wanted to see anything without them. Okay, let's go.
Check out their stuff here. I actually put a candy bar in here. They have like the nutritional stuff in here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they have a Rice Krispies. Look how tiny that thing is.
Oh, that is tiny.
It's like
and it's $1 for it. And then if you want the big one, you get $2.
Look at the moths over here, assorted fruit. They used to have nothing in here. At least they put a candy bar in here. They used to have nothing but health food stuff in here. And it was like ridiculous. With the selection of stuff they had. They got Hershey milk chocolate in here too. They've changed it. They had like the vegetarian health food, the nuts.
Well, I mean, the stuff in this one, that doesn't look that bad. Like this
Pacific Gold, but I mean Goldfish, no, they didn't have this in here. They had like dried fruit.
Yeah.
This saves lives. What is that? Granola bar?
I mean, yeah.
They've got some stuff in there that's a bit different. But I swear to God, me and Jimmy came down here and we walked by there, and it was nighttime, and I counted the things in there, and I laughed. And we came back like the next year, and I started telling him, I said, look, no one has bought any of this. This stuff isn't fit to eat it. There's the same number of stuff.
So they started putting Hershey bars in there because no one was buying anything.
Yeah.